I'm doing great, Troy. Thank you. It all really starts with my initial experience in insurance. So I started off on the agency side knowing nothing about insurance, literally nothing. I had to input 27 different boxes of files from an agency acquisition that just happened. And I would love to go back and review that because I'm sure my work was wrong. But the long and the short of it is I started on the agency side and I gained valuable experience on the daily where I was servicing my clients. So I was in the weeds of insurance where I was issuing certificates, helping with changes, placing their policy. But after about 3 years, I ended up landing on the carrier side of insurance. This was intentional, and it led to a lot of value, or it really helped me generate my process that I deploy today. So I worked with teams of underwriters. I got to see exactly what those underwriters needed in order to check the boxes to offer the best output. I got to see the secret menu that carriers have. And yes, there is a secret menu that they just don't advertise. So then I got to move over to another carrier where I got a different set of carrier side experience. And they operated very differently than that prior carrier. So both of those carriers and that experience have both contributed in a major way to how I benefit my clients today. So in that position as the marketing rep, where I'm representing the carrier, I'm the tip of the spear and the punching bag. But specific to the tip of the spears, I had visibility with all of the agencies in Oregon and Washington. And so that meant I had the visibility into what they looked like and what it felt like even going there and being there. Like there were absolutely agencies that I would walk into and I would immediately know that people were not happy there. And so that's an easy one to check off the list. There wasn't going to be a place that was going to work. But the thing that really drew me to LaPorte more than anything else is something you could say it's small. Physically, it is small. It's actually a plaque that was sitting behind Marv LaPorte's desk. Marv LaPorte is the founder of LaPorte. And this plaque says nice matters of all of the agencies and all of the principles and all of the things on the wall that were both grand and not so grand, this was the one little thing that stood out more than anything else. Because if the head of the organization has that philosophy that nice matters, it will trickle down throughout the rest of the organization, and people recognize that and they want to work with that. Yeah, that's a wonderful question. So I typically will work with a variety of industries, but the industries that I most often work with are going to be construction, manufacturing, transportation, and hospitality. A lot of those can be pretty big buckets in insurance. For example, manufacturing, in my realm, a brewery falls into manufacturing. Now that can easily be identified as hospitality as well. So there can easily be overlap, but my experience or makes me a little unique when it comes to being a producer. It has really helped me with reviewing insureds programs and very quickly understanding what kind of value there is to be provided back to them. So I can review a program. I will get a set of policies. I'm going to reverse engineer the property rate. I'm going to reverse engineer the GL rate. I'm going to understand what they're getting on a per auto basis, and I'm auditing each of the 5-digit codes associated with each commercial auto policy. And all of those things are going to give me a very strong understanding of what kind of value there is that I can provide the insured. So, and with that approach, I get to help a lot of people. And as long as they're willing to share their programs with me, I get to dive in and in a very quick way, I get to give them feedback that is going to be valuable. Or I'm going to enter into a process with them, which is going to likely end up saving them on their premium, and I'm going to enhance their program. Oh man, I thought you were going to go like, what did I want to be when I was a kid? Which was going to be pilot, by the way.
That
But
doesn't surprise me, but
when I'm not doing insurance, like tomorrow about 1 p.m. and Friday as well, I love to go chase steelhead. And steelhead are ocean going trout. If you're for those that may not be aware. So essentially you can get this beautiful 20-pound fish out of our smallest of rivers, and it is addicting. So if you want to talk about the things that I enjoy doing when I'm not trying to write a new policy or help an insured get into a better spot, it's usually trying to find those steelhead.